Wouldn't you know it, it started me back at home. Back in Spokane, Washington. Alrighty, I guess we're starting over. Darn it. Whatever, we're just gonna take off. Let's go. I can't see nothing. We're just gonna back out. Forget it. I'm like an old lady driving in Florida. I'm just gonna keep going, and if you hit me, you hit me. If not, thank you. This looks really similar to a video I did 2 times ago. Well, you're not imagining that. I'm Old Guy Gamer. I'm starting over from my home base. That is the wrong button. Alright, here we go. It's F2 that I was looking for. My goodness. Nope, going this way. Alright, I gotta get my act together because I have no idea what I'm doing here. Red light. Okay, now we can get caught up. Now we're at a red light. We can talk. So, some sort of update happened, and I got my last carry got canceled, and it put me back at my home base in Spokane, in my home garage. So, back to playing ATS. I'm hoping to play it more regularly. There's a new game on the horizon that I want to play, but that doesn't come out for another week. We'll talk about that when we're on our way. I wonder how much I'm going to have a chance to talk in this game, in this particular video, because being a heavy load, I might not get a chance to just talk off the cuff about, you know, a talking point or something like that. I might actually have to talk about the game. Considering the cargo is such a weird one. Was it this one? Yeah, 10,000. This one's going to Colorado. I did buy Colorado, by the way. You can see, since the last time I played. There's 2 going to Grand Coulee. I guess I could take the easier one. Oh, it's 99,000. Portland to double. Nogales. Price per distance. Oh, Sterling, Colorado. We could just do that one. You know what? I changed my mind. Let's just do that one. It's a regular job, $32 a mile, 45,000. Plus, I'll get to check out Colorado when I get there. So, never mind the heavy load. Let's just do a normal trailer. All right, let's jump in and take off. Headed to Colorado. Let's check out this new downloaded state, this new DLC. Well, I wasn't really planning on talking about anything. I was just going to talk about that heavy load I was planning on picking up. But now that I got a regular trailer, I'm going to have to go to the old dollar bookstore talking point book. Find something to talk about. Whatever, let's get out of here. Oh, it's... I'm such an idiot. So it's due 24 hours from now. It's 1,300 miles away, almost 1,400. But I'm due to sleep, like, right now. I'm always in such a hurry to pick up the next load. I never really remember to look and see if I'm tired. You know, gas is no big deal. I can just stop and get gas, but being tired when I pick up a load is just dumb. I can't believe I messed that up. Whatever. It's 7:07 p.m. Let me just go to the first rest stop. I'll sleep and then we'll drive during the daylight. Actually, maybe I'll find a place to stop here in town. We'll see. What's up, Mr. Subaru and fire truck? How you doing today? Let's see, we have $126,000 in the bank. Got a couple drivers driving for us. I haven't looked at my... if you watched the last couple of videos, you will have noticed that I said that I haven't played this game in like a year. That is true, I haven't played it in like a year. I did play it last week. Before that, it was a year. But since I picked it back up and reinstalled it and started playing it, I have not looked at the driver management window, the company management, the garage management, any of that stuff, so... Actually, there's a nice little spot to sleep right over here. We'll sleep right before we take off. Actually, it's right across the street from my home garage. I could stay there, but we are definitely not going to do that. Let's just pull in the gas station and sleep there so we can just hop on the highway and leave. Let me look at this book real quick. Let's see. Describe a missed opportunity from your past and how it affected you. Do you think it would have changed your course of life if you hadn't missed it? Okay. Come up with a more exciting way to say I love you. Does creating a pros and cons list help you? Okay. Describe something that is forever. Have you ever burned a bridge you wish you could rebuild? Do you have any fetishes? If so, what are they? Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever talk about that one. Well, leave a comment if there's something there you think I should talk about in the future. Describe a missed opportunity. Can't really think of one. Yeah, you know what? That's another veteran one. I just talked about a veteran opportunity last video. Let's do lights on for safety. What the heck? A missed opportunity. Do I want to talk more about Army stuff? I mean, I could. Is there a way to get out of here without going through the gas pumps? Watch out, Mr. Ford Crown Victoria or Mercury Grand Marquis, whichever you are. It's clear. I'm just gonna go. Still haven't told any of my truck driving friends that I play this game on my YouTube channel. I'm just kind of embarrassed that they'll make fun of me for being a horrible driver or not knowing what I'm talking about or not knowing what I'm doing. Anyways, maybe I should tell them just so they can critique it. What was that one about love? Come up with a more exciting way to say I love you or describe a missed opportunity. Yeah, you know what? The missed opportunity sounds more exciting right now. Get on the highway here. We are 24 hours away from our destination. So we're going to have another sleep. We're not going to be getting there until Saturday. I don't know. Maybe we'll just drive all day today and then sleep tonight and get there when we get there. Maybe I shouldn't worry so much about the deadline. I know that would be a fatal flaw in real life, but in the game we could probably forget about the deadline, right? Mr. Ford Taurus, Mr. I don't know what that was, Chevy Cobalt maybe? Come on, Veronica, let's go. Man, it is June 12th. It's 12:30 in the afternoon. I have not eaten lunch yet. Actually, I haven't eaten anything yet. Oh, wait, I did have breakfast this morning. Sherry made me breakfast. A little egg sandwich and some fruit. Probably why I'm not hungry right now. And just like that, we're in Idaho. Looking at the early morning sun. And let's not jump out of this lane quite yet. We're exiting up here. Is that a Cracker Barrel over there on the right, or is it just a company logo that looks like Cracker Barrel colors? Whatever. Let me see if I can get this in a better little spot here. Oh, it's okay. I could coast to slow down here. Yeah, I'm on the white line there. Another Crown Vic. So the missed opportunity, the first thing that popped into my head is, I mentioned in the last video that I'm a veteran. I did some time in the Army in the mid-90s, well, the late 90s, 95 to 2000. The first thing that popped into my head for the missed opportunity was doing a career in the military. I don't know if that's so much a missed opportunity, but I made the decision to do one term of service, 1 5-year commitment. I never re-enlisted or did anything like that. Never really even considered it. My whole goal was to do a military job that had a civilian equivalent and then get out and do the civilian equivalent job so I could make more money, obviously. While I was in, I kind of veered away from that thinking for a quick minute. I was considering doing the Green to Gold program. I didn't have any education before joining the military, so I was considering letting the Army pay for my 4-year bachelor's degree and then going back in as an officer. I kind of wonder how that would have turned out. I mean, I would have done well in college. I was smart enough for sure. I would have done well if I had stayed in the enlisted ranks, just because I'm good at following directions, good at following orders. I don't mind. I don't have that big head about having to be a leader or whatever. But, you know, I did some leadership courses. I was an NCO for the end of my commitment. At least I was showing a little bit of promise. Still made mistakes, but I could have gone that route and then probably did okay. I have a friend or two that I can think of actually, that stayed in the military, made careers out of it, and they're retired now, and they just talk about how much they love being retired and being able to do whatever they want every day of their lives. That would have been cool to have a job where you could retire that young. But I always wondered what my life would have been like if I had done that Green to Gold program, because it would have been me going to school for 4 years. I might not have stayed with my then girlfriend, who is now my wife. I mean, who knows? I'm not saying I would have broken up with her because I went to school, but you never know how those things are going to change or turn out, because she stayed with me when I decided to join the Army, knowing that we would probably get married as long as we were able to maintain our relationship over that long distance. I wonder if we would have had the same thoughts going forward if I had decided to lengthen that commitment, change my plan completely, go to college, and then not re-enlist, but it would entail staying in longer than I had originally planned. I wonder how that would have turned out, not just for me personally, but how it would have worked out professionally, because I would have then been an officer, and would I have stayed in the same MOS? Would I have, that's the military job title that you do. Would I have stayed in the same MOS? Would I have changed MOSs to maybe look for quicker promotion potential? You just don't know. So I don't know if that's a missed opportunity, but it's one of those things that I was thinking about doing. That is one of those things I was thinking about doing, but never actually committed to. I explored the potential, but then decided to just stay on the path that I had chosen. Just finish out my one commitment and then leave and do the civilian job that I learned how to do in the Army. Well, that didn't take long to talk about. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning. Now I gotta fill another 12 hours of driving just talking off the cuff? Come on. Whatever. We'll get it done. I'm going to look for a better place to take a picture for my screenshot, because I get into this habit of doing the same old thing when I'm driving this truck. I just get in, start driving, start talking, and see what happens. I always forget to stop and take a good... There's a photo mode in this game. Not that I have to take a photo in photo mode, but that does give you more control over the quote-unquote camera to get a better view of the truck with good landscape or something behind me to use as my thumbnail. But then I've got thumbnails that are always pictures of my truck. you know, what that is. Oh, just a business. I didn't really notice how heavy this load was, but man, it is challenging this truck. F6, 40,000 pounds of cargo. That's not that much. F5, there it is. There we go. 40,000, that's not that much. You'd think this truck would be able to handle 40,000 pounds a little bit easier than this. Maybe it's more about the elevation changes than it is about the weight of the cargo. Alright, is this a good picture? Sorry, Idaho, this isn't cutting it. Not quite good enough for me. Yeah, let's just drive for a little bit. Of course, we got stopped for a inspection. Well, not technically an inspection, just to weigh, but still. Gotta pull in, gotta slow down a little bit. That means starting over, getting up to speed, going uphill, because I had to stop at the weigh station. 77,000 pounds. So just the cargo maybe is 40,000. So 77,000 pounds is a lot of weight for this truck. I always figure the normal max weight for a regular semi 18-wheeler is 80,000 pounds. I know most trucks driving down the road aren't at that weight, but that's kind of like the benchmark in my mind. So pulling 70-some thousand pounds, wow. We're getting up there. Come on, slow-moving vehicles. We don't have to go that slow. Trucks, 35 miles per hour. Okay. Well, let's keep that in mind so we're not going too fast. Being that we are heavy today, let's stick to that 35 mile an hour limit around this curve. Alright, let's try 32 to 34 or 35, somewhere around there. We'll stick around that speed limit. People will understand. There's a lane to go by. What a horribly designed road for trucks, going downhill into a sharp turn where you have to slow down, and then right after the sharp turn, a big uphill. Come on, man. I gotta get in the left lane here, come on. Right? Yep. that's driving through Idaho for you. I've never been to Idaho in real life. I wonder what it would be like if it's just like mountain terrain and not a lot of big cities. I mean, not being from there, I don't know how many big cities there are. I wonder what it's like driving over the mountains in summer. I've heard that you could actually encounter some snow in the mountains during the summer months. And that if you're not from there, you could get surprised by that little tidbit. Looks like it's all clear. Just continue over, get out of people's way while I'm trying to get up to speed. Actually, it says I'm speeding. What is this? Why is the speed limit only 45 here? And I'm wondering if I have my cruise control keyboard settings set up. What did that even say? Really? I just stopped. This is looking familiar. Yeah, it's looking familiar to me too. Literally just did these same 2 way station stops the last time I took off from my home base. 77, that's what it was. Back when I was talking, I said 70-something thousand pounds because I couldn't remember that it was 77,000 pounds gross weight. I haven't seen anybody since the SUV, so going right over. Staying on the 95. Kinda want to try out this photo mode, see what it's like. Alright, just a quick screenshot there. Not gonna go crazy taking pictures just because there's a TP sitting over there. So I guess that's kind of nice. The photo mode, you just hit escape, go to photo mode, it pauses the truck in motion. It doesn't like stop you and pull you over the side of the road or anything. That's good. I guess I kind of remember that, but I needed to do it again to remember and figure it out and write it in my brain so I can remember it in the future. So I wonder if there's any opportunities that I passed up in my life that I'm not aware of. You know, I'm talking about the one that I can think of. What if there was an opportunity that I wasn't aware of? I guess there's this proposition that you could be disappointed by an opportunity that you didn't pay attention to, rather than finding an opportunity and deciding not to follow that path. I don't know what would be scarier, recognizing the path and choosing not to take it, or there being an option there that you've never even recognized. I think that for me would be a scarier, I mean, not scary, but I think I would be more disappointed by a path that I didn't realize was there than by making the conscious decision not to go down that path, if that makes sense. Like the missed opportunity rather than one that you decided not to take consciously. Is that a railroad trestle over there? I'm gonna have to count on the locals to let me know that one. You know, I do that flight sim thing where I go along Google Earth and follow the path that I'm flying. Maybe I could do that with the ATS, talk about some stuff along the way that I'm passing. Have to see if that works out. Maybe that little bridge back there on the right side will show up on Google Maps or something and help me figure out what it is. Am I gonna have to slow down to less than 45? If you're paying attention to my ATS videos long term, you'll remember that I did some ride-alongs with my wife and daughter. I did ask them this morning if they wanted to ride along with me in the truck today, and nobody took me up on it. I don't think I've done a ride-along with my older daughter yet, but younger daughter and wife both turned me down this morning. Didn't want to sit in the truck with me. Maybe some other time. Here it is, 10:30 on a Friday, in-game. Seems like I've been driving forever. It's because I started so early. That blue line on the little bed symbol there is starting to tick upwards. I hate to have to stop and go to sleep at 5 in the afternoon. Alright, it's 50 around that curve. Can I do 50 around this curve? Man, 50 seems like a pretty fast speed around that one. I kept all 18 wheels on the ground though, so that's good. I have played this game before where I felt like I was getting light on the inside of a turn. Like I was gonna flip it. Someone remind me, have I flipped a truck yet in ATS? I don't remember. I know I've hit some stuff and crashed before, but I haven't. I don't remember if I've ever flipped one going around a corner or around a curve. I mean, you know what I mean. Listen to what I mean, not what I say. All right, I think it's time for another stretch of silence. Let's see. Just slow down as I'm passing these guys. I want to make sure it's clear on the other side. This is just a two-lane, two-direction road. Some trucks parked over there off the road to the right side. It's not a business, they're just parked there for scenery. That's pretty cool. Yummy, yummy. Hope you don't get annoyed, but I said the same thing the last time I made that left turn there. During our little moment of silence there, I was thinking about the last time I drove this stretch. I was talking about the Amtrak train that I saw. I was wondering if the game is going to trigger an Amtrak train on the right side of the road, or if it's just a completely random thing, or whether it happens every time you drive down that stretch. Might find out up here, because this is about the area, if I remember right, this is about the area where I saw an Amtrak train on the right side of the road, and then talked about the river on the left side where it was like whitewater rapids and rafting, and how I had watched some YouTube videos of that kind of thing and matched it to the game. I'll try not to talk about the exact same thing every single time I pass a point multiple times, but I can't promise I won't. Let's see, the North Fork of the Payette River. This is about where I stopped last time. We're coming up on that scenic point that I stopped and made the end of my video. I won't do that this time. I'm going to keep going. It's only about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. I'm going to put those trailer wheels right on that white line, hopefully. There we go. We're going to make it a little farther in this video. See, that's where we stopped last time with the little Buick wood grain station wagon sitting there on the side. Alright, I always feel weird being the front vehicle in a line of traffic. I always wonder if I'm holding people up. I wouldn't be afraid of pulling over to let some cars get by me, but now there's a bus in front of me. Now I can see if I'll feel more comfortable, because it's not me holding up traffic. See if I can keep up with this bus. Catch up to it to keep up to it. I think that bus might be pulling away. You know, I was talking about on one of my other videos how I keep up with the updates on a certain game. I think it was The Bus, the one that's set in Berlin. Every time an update comes out, I read all of the details about the update. I've never once done that on ATS. You know, every once in a while they'll have a major update that comes out where it forces you to update the game before you can play it again. I've never once looked at the update details of this game. I always just update it and keep playing. Be interesting to talk about what has changed from one version to the next. Oh man, I was asking about whether it triggers the same time every time, or the same place every time, or if it's random every time. There went the train, right next to the river that runs along the road. See if we can make it past a way station without having to stop at one. Yay! Is that the bus still ahead of me, or is that a truck that got between us? There we go. Actually, I should probably get in the right lane, huh? Oh, that is a truck up there. We lost the bus somewhere. It slowly pulled away from us and I couldn't keep up. Now it's gone. Truck. Oh, let's brake. I don't want to press that. I don't know what the horn is. Boy, that is a weak sounding horn. Holy cow, that's awful. Anyways. Hey, I think we might have caught up to the bus. Nice. Sitting there saying he was pulling away from us because he wasn't. Of course, I'm doing a lot of assuming that that's the same bus that was in front of me before. Is that a red light? Can't quite tell. Of course, as soon as I stop completely, then it turns green. Am I gonna have to get over? Oh, that might have been that same blue truck that was behind me with the little boy. Would you be nervous if you were in that convertible Mustang there, the yellow car? Driving behind a semi with a semi behind you? Alright, where's that car at? There he is. You can see the top of him barely. Oh, I do have to turn. I do have to get in that right lane. I have been able to take off a little faster than this bus, so it'd be nice to get out from behind them. That is an old model bus, though. I like the newer, sleeker looking bus models that you see on the roads. The sound changed going under the overpass. That was cool. Looks like I'm getting sleepy. 4 hours away from being dead tired. Let's look at the map real quick. Oh, there's a couple spots up there. I don't have to stop yet. Big yellow Kenworth. How about that? Wonder if I have my cruise control set. Nope. I used to have my cruise control set on the 4, 5, and 6 keys on the number pad. I guess that controls the way you look if you're using just the keyboard to play the game. I look around with my mouse. Oh, come on. Stay between the lines. 80 miles an hour. Did I get into Montana and not notice it? No, Montana's not a state yet in this game. Alright, it said I had 4 hours left. I'm going to try and get to the next rest area, wherever that's at. Hopefully that'll be around 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then an 8-hour sleep will put me early in the morning for a Sunday morning delivery, hopefully. Oh, actually, that's not going to be possible because it says I got 16 hours and 20 minutes left in the trip. So if I'm going to make this with only one sleep stop in between now and then, I got to push it all the way to the end. I want to say you can only drive about 12 hours in a day before you get tired if you start off fresh. And I'm thinking that if I sleep now, I'm going to have to sleep again before I get there. And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to push it as much as I can. See that 3 hours and 42 minutes there at the bottom? That's when you start nodding off and falling asleep while you're driving, so I don't want to get to that far. Or I don't want to have to push myself that far, but I'm going to push it a little bit. I can tell you right now I'm going to be pushing it because I'm at 16 hours away from my destination. 3 hours of sleep is going to make... Seems like I'm going to have to sleep twice. I really don't want to have to sleep twice before making this delivery. Maybe ATS should consider putting a nap feature in where you could just get a quick hour of sleep to just get you to your destination. Maybe they could work that into an algorithm somehow, and an hour of sleep buys you an extra 4 hours of driving, or something like that. That would be interesting. I'd also like to see a mod where you can sleep in your truck anywhere and not have to go to a rest stop. As long as you have a sleeper. Like if you have a day cab, that makes sense to you have to go to a rest stop, but one of the little blue marks on the map. But if you have a sleeper, I should be allowed to just pull over where there's a spot and sleep in my truck. Yeah, there's a rest area. Still too early, I think. Still over 3 hours remaining. Oh man. I think my body physically is going to limit my drive time today. My back is starting to hurt. I'm using a kitchen chair to drive when I play this game because my normal computer chair has wheels on the bottom of it, and I can't press on the pedals like the gas and the brakes. It moves my chair back, so I have to switch to a kitchen chair when I'm doing a driving game, or an airplane game for that matter. Let's see, if I'm correct about the 12 hours, I need 3 hours and 22 minutes of drive time, and I've only got 2 hours and 58 minutes of awake time left. So I am going to have to push it to the limit one more time. See how this goes. Alright, leave a comment. Do you think I'm going to crash? I don't have my timer up on the screen in front of me, but comment whether you think I'm going to make it to a rest stop with less than 12 hours remaining on the trip, or am I going to be nodding off and have to stop with more than 12 hours? Let's see, I'm 15 hours and 5 minutes away, and I've got 2 hours and 44 minutes of awake time left. That's going to put me at about 12 hours and 45 minutes. I don't know if I can stretch it 45 minutes. Oh, it's a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit for trucks. It's only 80 for cars. Cars. Historic trading post coming up. Dense for Pedro. That movie was set in Idaho, right? That's one of those movies that's probably older than I remember. I think of it as being 10 years old. It's probably closer to 15. Which way am I going here? Whoa. Looking at the GPS, not the road. I am turning right up here, okay. And there's that Mustang. Going to Salt Lake City, turning south. Doing 55, I think we can maintain that around this curve. my boss calling. Probably wants me to come into work. I don't want to come into work. This is not going to help my time. Which way? Trucks, straight ahead. 31. I'm way over. Gotta go 15. Of course, it's a long runway. Couldn't be one of them short ones where I have less to drive at such a slow speed. Whatever. Did you hear me yawn a couple minutes ago? Not real life, the truck driver guy. My weight is getting less as I drive more. Using up that fuel, burning it. It's making me way less. Ugh, this stinks. Using up all this valuable time for a way station, that might have set me under. Those of you that commented that I'm not going to make it to 12 hours might be correct. There's a yawn. I need 2 hours and 7 minutes. I have an hour and 50. Actually, that's a little closer than I thought it would be. I know I'm pushing the limits, but it looks like it might be working. I didn't do the math to see how many minutes difference there was, but okay, I need 2 hours exactly. I'm 17 minutes short. Can I make up 17 minutes of awake time / drive time? We shall see. And then the other question is going to be, will there be a rest area or a rest stop at the area where I need it to be so I can stop as soon as I hit the 12-hour mark or run out of awake time? What does this thing do? Sunday between 10:45 and 5:25. Looks like I'm only 16 minutes difference now. Oh no. Oof. The brakes didn't want to slow me down. Alright, I'm letting one truck in. I'm not letting them all in. Oh, the red sleepy man. Getting the best of me. That might have cost me a minute or two. Did it? Alright, when it says 13:30 left, that'll be an hour and a half that I need to make up. Okay, after the convertible. I am hammered down. It's going as fast as it'll go. Or it's accelerating as fast as it can. Alright, I'm waiting for 13:30 on the clock there on the GPS. And we'll compare it to the hour and a half. Hour and 5. I lost time. I've only got an hour of drive time remaining and I need an hour and a half. That stinks. I think I will stop at the next rest area no matter what it is. Wait, where could it be? There's a rest stop right there. I think right there is where I'll stop to sleep. Okay, now the question is will I make it? The gamble you take pushing it like I'm doing is, you know, he's yawning right now. He's giving me an audible warning that he's getting tired. Eventually he'll start to close his eyelids and the screen will go black. But the truck won't stop moving. So if you're going around a curve like this when you're falling asleep, you're going to be off the road. You crash, then you have to get towed to the next town, and then you have to deal with the damage to the cargo and that, you know, obviously damage to the truck if you crash. So I need to really be hammered down, going as fast as I possibly can. make up the time. But of course the drawback to that is if I get tired and fall asleep, if he starts to close his eyes while I'm going fast, it's going to hurt more when I crash. So I need to really get up there to that rest stop and get out of this truck and get some sleep. See? A little black on the edges of the screen. Let's see, I'm getting tired. They're warning me. $80 an hour. I'm going to deal with the speeding because I know once I get past this little town, I'm going to get to that rest area. I can pull over and stop. I'm at 12:45 and I have 30 minutes left of awake time. Well, I don't think I'm going to make the 12 hours. Hopefully they give me 13 hours of drive time tomorrow when I wake up, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to be pulling into the delivery spot, tired as can be tomorrow. Actually, you know what? I can just speed. That'll work. I'm doing 88 now. Oh no. Truck cut me off. Now we're driving crazy. Hold on, I gotta cut this guy off to get into that rest stop. Alright, that was about as wild as you'll see me drive, but I made it. I gotta find out where this rest area is, though, compared to the truck scale. Oh, it's right there past it. Okay, so I gotta weigh. Actually, I wasn't even paying attention to whether I had to weigh or not. I just pulled in here because I need the rest stop. But will I be able to make this turn? I think I'll be able to make it in there. Oh yeah, plenty. I don't think another truck's going to get in there behind me or beside me, but I made it. Stop in, make sure I'm in neutral. There's the brake. Okay. Oh, that was stressful. Having to do 90 miles an hour to get to the rest stop before I fell asleep. With 1 minute left to spare, and I don't even see where it tells me. It's because I'm sitting in the weigh station. It doesn't tell me how far away the destination is, so I'll have to wake up and take off and figure it out tomorrow. So that'll be it for this video, this leg of the trip. Check back in with me next time and we'll finish up, unless of course they do the same thing they did last time and start me off back at home again. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. You guys go watch some more videos. I'll go play some more games, and we'll hopefully finish this trip tomorrow. See you then. Bye.